Hello, it's week 20 of season 3 of the Andy Griffith Show. This week's episode title is Rave Hollister Sings. Barney, what's up this week? I'm singing my scales in the courthouse, and then I tell Andy I'm about to leave in just a few minutes to go to them tryouts. I got a hunch I'm really going to do alright this year. It'd really be something, wouldn't it? If I win that audition, and if I get to represent Nerdary at the Ladies League Musicale, that could really lead to something. And then Rave Hollister comes in with some fresh green beans for Aunt Dee. And I'd sing some for him too, while Andy plays guitar. And then he interrupts you to say you're singing that song wrong, and he starts singing with you, and then you have to stop singing because he's doing it so much better, but you say it wasn't your key. And Andy says Ray should go to the tryouts too. And he says no. And I say, you're right to refuse, Ray. I'm surprised at you, Andy. What's wrong is that Ray here doesn't have a trained singing voice. You want Ray here to be embarrassed and humiliated? They want folks with musical backgrounds. But he decides to go to the audition anyway. And then later John, the choir director, comes by and says they've discovered a truly outstanding voice in Nerdary, Rave Hollister. And after he leaves, I say, oh, that's all right. I don't mind that they chose him and not me. I just had the wrong selection. I chose something from the light classics, and it was just over their heads. But then it turns out the mayor and the president of the Ladies League are not happy with the decision to have Rave sing, because they say he's not presentable, he's too country, and he doesn't dress well. And they say he's not acceptable and to represent them, and they're going to have to tell him that he cannot sing at the event. So Andy goes to tell him that he sees how much it means to Rave, and he just can't. And then Rave gets dressed up by his standards, but he still looks bad. So Andy and I decide to give him a suit, and we say it's 'cause we never gave him one when he got let out of jail a year ago for moonshining. So the mayor and the president see him in the suit, and they say, okay, I guess it'll be okay, as long as he just sings but doesn't associate with anyone there. And then Andy sees that Rave's wife hears them say that. So at the ceremony, Rave comes on stage in a work shirt and overalls, but he sings beautifully. And the visitors in the audience really like him, and they think his clothes make him look really authentic. And the next day, I start practicing in the courthouse for next year's auditions. And I say, if you don't go inviting the whole town to enter, I'm going to stand a chance next year. This time I got the perfect selection, the Crawdad song. But this time Opie comes in, and he sings the song better than you do. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week for episode 21.